You're a beginner or looking for an easier way to trade SPY options? Well, I have a solution for you. In the beginning, trading options can be really difficult, especially if you attempt to day trade. Day trading is full of high emotion. You're always questioning yourselves. And one of the worst things that we can do is try to fix a bad trade. So what we like to do is overnight swing trade, which eliminates a lot of those problems. However, I'm recommending a very specific type of trade that I'll talk about in a moment. Here at SPY Tomorrow, we focus on overnight swing trading, which allows us to take advantage of what is referred to as the gap, the overnight gap. You know how the market closes at one point at the end of the trading day and the next morning at open, it's either up or down? Well, that's the gap, and we're trying to take advantage of that with our swing trades. This is an excellent approach for beginning options traders because it allows you to ease into the process of buying and selling options. Not only that, it takes away a lot of the downside you find in day trading, yet it offers you the opportunity to make great gains compared to just regular buy and hold. You can take advantage of the options market via the overnight gap. These are short-term trades which allows you to buy options with short expirations, which are much more volatile, but also offers you much greater opportunity. So there are three parts to this trading approach. And the first part is what we just talked about, the time, the overnight swing trade. We buy our options at 4 o'clock at closing Eastern Standard Time, and we sell at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time at the beginning of the trading day. Now, sometimes we'll continue that trade into the day a little bit, depending on how the market opened. Did it open in our favor or not in our favor? And with that, we start to decide, what are we going to do? Are we going to try to minimize our losses or extend our gains? Or are we just going to get out and wait for the next trading opportunity at 4 o'clock, the end of the trading day? So there's one advantage that day traders have compared to overnight swing traders. Day traders have the opportunity to place stops. So if a stock or option goes down to a certain price, they're automatically stopped out. But we can't do that in our overnight trade, so we have another solution, and it's the options ratio. So to buy our options in a ratio, we would buy 2 calls and 1 put. That would be a SPY-T A trade. Or 3 calls and 1 put, and that would be a SPY-T Q trade. However, that can get rather expensive if you think about it. Let's say our call option is $2.50 or $250. If we're going to buy 3 of them, well, that's $750 worth of calls, but we still have to buy our put, which is another $250. So that's $1,000, which may be a little bit much for a beginning trader. So there is actually another option. So there is a less expensive option for SPY-T traders. Now, in that last example, I said I was buying 2 calls or 3 calls to 1 put, but that depends on the signal that you use, which is the third part. I'll talk about that in a moment. However, if you don't want to spend $750, $1,000, or in some cases $2,000 in high volatility markets, it can get rather expensive. You can do what we refer to as the SPY-T B trade or the SPY-T B Q trade. A SPY-T B trade is a 2-to-1 option ratio, except we just buy 1 call. And let's say that 1 call is $2.50 or $250. And then we'd buy a put at half the price, which would be $125. So in all, we're spending $375, which is a little easier to handle than $1,000. Now the thing is, different SPY-T trades work differently in different market environments, usually having to do with volatility. In very low volatility markets, I generally recommend a SPY-T BQ trade, which would be buying 1 call at say $2.50, $250, and then a put a quarter of the price. Now let's talk about the signal. And you can use any signal you want. Some people use put to call ratios, some people use money flow indicators or oscillators, maybe MACD, or even the last tick of the day. Was the last tick up or down at the end of the trading day? There's many ways to go about it. Now we use the SPY tomorrow indicator, which measures what we refer to as the pressure of the market at the end of the trading day, which often correlates to how the market might open the next day. This is an excellent solution for beginning traders because it takes the fast-paced element. It allows you to think things through. Buy your options at the end of the trading day. And when you buy them is important, but not as important as when you sell your options in the morning. That's where you have to practice. The better you get at selling your options, the better trader and more profitable you'll be over time. So decide which indicator you'd like to use for the end of the trading day. Now, I recommend that you be consistent over time. Don't keep trading indicators each day. Stick with one for a while. Give it a month and then decide if it's right for you. And you should have an indicator that's at least 55% correct overall, because that's what you're going to need to be a profitable trader on average. You'll buy your 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 options ratio for the SPY T trade, and then you'll sell them in the morning. And hopefully your indicator was right. If it was wrong, well, then it's all about minimizing your losses. If it was right, then you try to maximize your gains. Generally, we buy SPY options with expirations 4 to 10 days out. However, if it's a weekend, we'll extend that, especially a long holiday weekend. We'll extend it to maybe 7 to 14 days out, depending on your risk tolerance. During low volatility markets, such as in the summer, we might look at other ETFs, such as the QQQ or the IWM, or possibly some of the stocks you might find in the SPY, such as Apple or Google or Tesla. No matter what you do, you need to consider your risk tolerance. So challenge yourself and learn how to trade options overnight with SPY T trading. And if it seems to work out for you over the next 30 days, join the membership group and get deeper data and information. Join the chat, ask questions, and learn how to be the best SPY T trader you can possibly be. I'll see you in the next video. Now let's talk about the signal. And you can use any signal you want. Some people use put to call ratios, some people use money flow indicators or oscillators, maybe MACD, or even the last tick of the day. Was the last tick up or down at the end of the trading day? There's many ways to go about it. Now we use the SPY tomorrow indicator, which measures what we refer to as the pressure of the market at the end of the trading day, which often correlates to how the market might open the next day.